several weeks ago on the first appearance hearing, and you wish to have a commitment hearing today. Okay, the charges on for the commitment hearing is 2 counts of felony murder, 1 count of violation of Georgia Street Gang Terrorism and Sedition Act, and 5 counts of aggravated assault. Sergeant Penson, if you can raise your right hand, you swear that the testimony that you got to give is true, so help you God.
I do.
State your name, please.
Sergeant Cedric Penson, Bibb County Sheriff's Office game. Your Honor, on December 12, 2014, approximately shortly before 2 a.m., a fight took place at the location known as Wing, which is 2822 Bloomfield Road. Based on my investigation, I've learned that the accused is a part of the one of the robber gangs, which is called Black Team. The opposing group of guys, we identified them as being Crips. On this particular night, an altercation ensued. The fight happened inside, just past the door of the establishment. It is seen on video the accused firing a weapon. As a result of that altercation, 3 people are now deceased. Mr. Derek Jackson, Mr. Corey Hollis, and Mr. George Henry. Based on the accused's history and the things that we can document the fact that he is in the street lane called Black Team, which is the offset of the G gangster disciple. We think his actions that night were as a direct result into the life of Mr. Henry, Mr. Hollis, and also it was 3 or 4 other people shot at this establishment also that did not pass away.
Okay, Attorney Brown, do you have any questions?
Yeah, sorry. In fact, one of the people shot was my client, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, he was, you said you can see on video my client is firing a weapon on the video.
Yes.
And I mean, I haven't seen the video in full yet. Is the camera on his face? What identifying characteristics?
One of the co-defendants identified.
So this is based on which co-defendant said?
Mr. Virtue Wall.
So Mr. Wall told y'all that my client's one of the ones
He
firing.
was one of the witnesses, yes, sir.
Okay. And what information do you have in terms of whether or not my client fired before or after he was shot?
We're still looking at the video trying to determine those facts.
So it's possible my client was shot first before he made any violent act or before he brandished a weapon.
It's possible.
Okay. And certainly allowed him to use deadly force to defend himself against deadly force, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. And you said my client, you have information that my client's in a street gang known as the Black Team. Is that
Correct, yes.
Okay.
What's the offset of gangster
and
society?
is that based on what some co-defendant has told you? Or
Not just co-defendants, other witnesses.
what other witnesses that claim my client's in
Well,
the Black Team?
like I said last time, witnesses are still being threatened at this point. And I would hate to divulge their names at this time during the case. But what I can tell you, we do have testimony that he is a member of this street gang and it's a notorious street gang.
Well, under oath presenting evidence in support of probable cause, I think I'm entitled to know where this information is coming from.
Okay, like you said, he's under the protection of other witnesses, so we're just gonna have to leave that discovery. Okay, so we don't have to give them names.
Okay, these other members of the Black Team, this is members of Crips, I mean, who are you getting this information from?
I wouldn't want to specify that. I wouldn't want you to be able to narrow it down. Like I say, it's for their safety.
Okay.
What specific information do you have to suggest my client somehow threatening a witness?
I didn't say your client. I said that some witnesses are being threatened by the street gang. Some people are very uncooperative. Some people are scared to come forward. And the people that have come forward have received threats. Like I say, it's part of my job to keep those witnesses and some suspects, safe. And I think at the proper time, we will be able to give you those names.
Mr. Watkins, you gave this report several weeks ago on first appearance hearing, and now you're scheduled to have a hearing on these charges. Okay. Sir, you have been charged with 2 counts of felony murder and 1 count of violation of Georgia Street gang activity. Sergeant Penson, if you raise your right hand, do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is true, so help you God?
I do.
State your name and case, please.
Cedric Penson, Bibb County Sheriff's Office game. On December the 12/2014, shortly before 2 a.m., the altercation occurred at 2822 Bloomfield Road, otherwise known as Wings Cafe. Based on our investigation, we believe that two rival gangs met at this location and a fight ensued. Based on that fight, as a result of that fight, gunshots were taking place. Subsequently, 3 people lost their lives because of this incident. It was Mr. Derek Jackson, George Kennedy, and Gordon Thompson. Based on the limited video that I've seen now, we've identified Mr. Watkins as being one of the participants of that black team group. Also, we've identified, we have testimony that places Mr. Watkins at that location at the time of the incident. Subsequently, Mr. Watkins was arrested at his the mother's house of his child. Found in that residence was a weapon, and that weapon ballistically, well not ballistically, but it's the caliber of that weapon matched some of the round that we found at the club. We have ballistically tested the weapon to see if it's identical match, but the weapon that we found at the residence that he was staying at matched some of the firearms that the casing that was found at the location. During the statement, Mr. Watkins admitted that he was in possession of that gun. However, he did not be in possession. He did not be in possession at the time of the shooting.
I noticed on the warrant that it said that he was arrested putting these people up to Friday night action, or is that supporting? Okay. Is that standard on the warrants of the other people as well?
Yes.
That's how we're preserved. All right. So you believe that you can identify Watkins on the video, the portion that you've seen?
Correct.
Okay. And the probable cause for issuing this warrant is based on the video that you've seen, that you believe you identify Mr. Watkins?
Correct.
Okay. If credible witnesses are brought forward, placing him elsewhere, then you would admit if Watkins wasn't at the scene, there would be no reason to issue a warrant for his murder.
We would definitely look at any evidence that you want to present.
Okay.
Like I said, we do have testimony that someone that was there identified him as being in the gun.
And presumably you're not going to identify that testimony that they might be correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I hope you understand that.
Of course. And if I can bring these witnesses to you, and if you find them credible, would you at that time consider dismissing charges of murder, if in fact they prove credible alibis that he wasn't at the front?
We would definitely take any evidence that you want to consider for our response. We would definitely, look at everything and, make the judgment call that. I can't,
You can't make any promises.
Exactly.
All right, Judge.